Well, I've made it to the Voortrekker monument, which is quite a really huge monument in Pretoria to commemorate the Afrikaners who trekked from Cape Town and set up their own country, like the South African Republic and the Orange Free State, like in the north of current-day South Africa. So, this one is a restaurant. Okay. Here is the lekker. Like, I think lekker is like, enjoy. Do not climb on walls. Good advice. Wow. Cohesive bench. So this is a recent installment, like a couple of years ago, of the coexister. The traditional design was deconstructed and produced using 3D printing. Yeah, it's like the coexister. That's the treat the Afrikaans make. They have some native plants to South Africa, lion's ear, which can actually be treated for headaches, coughs, worms, asthma, fever, muscle cramp, itchy skin, arthritis, and diabetes. Oh, medicine plant garden. So the Voortrekkers use the native plants to help them. This looks like a mother with her two children, woman and children. Van Val, 1862-1945, is one of South Africa's well-known sculptors. The Voortrekker woman occupies an only position at the foot of the Voortrekker monument. Without her contribution, perseverance and sacrifice, the great trek over 19 years would not have resulted in permanent settlement in the interior. The sculpture group was completed in 1938. So it was like the woman was Kato Rodora, and the girl was Betty Walk, and the boy was Joseph Goldstein. I paid about 120 rand to get a taxi here. I mean, I could have paid less on Bolt, but what I'm actually doing is helping people out. I mean, yeah, of course, it's overcharging, but that's what I pay. I mean, I pay 200 rand to get into this monument, and I just pay only half of that. It's fair enough. Yeah. But it is worth your money to come here and have a look around the grounds of the Voortrekker monument. To me, when I look at this, this reminds me of the Australian War Memorial in the capital, Canberra. I mean, just not similar architecture, but just the way, like, how it's shaped. And we have Henrik Pottinger, one of the other famous trekkers, came here. These are all different panels that explains the Great Trek. So this is the Voortrekkers leaving the Cape Colony of 1835 with all their cattle. Number 2, British settlers present a Bible to the Voortrekker leader. The stairs to go up because there's a museum up there and a museum down there. Okay, Trickart in the South Pansberg. Tricant's arrival in Lurigo Marque. In number 5 we have Metalhead attack on the Voortrekker at Voortrekker 1836. Number 6, Retief is sworn in as governor of the Voortrekkers. So he's pledging his allegiance to the Voortrekkers. Got another huge battle. I believe that's against the Zulus, yes. The battle against the Metalhead at Kapang 1837. They're just fighting off the Zulus. Then negotiation with the Baralog chief in Morocco. It's the chief, that's the Voortrekkers. That's quite interesting. The Retief reports on negotiating with Dingoe. Deborah Retief paints her father's name on a rock. 1837. And this one, like a husband and wife and a child, and the ox, the bull, crossing the Drakensberg Mountains to Natal. Okay, then Retief and Dingoe signed the treaty. Oh my god, it's like they're punishing them. The murder of Retief and his men. I think that was in Zululand, I believe. Okay, and this is the Zulu attacks the lagers at the Bolkurans. And the woman warned the lagers against the Zulus. So the woman's on the horse telling the locals the Zulus are coming. And it seems like a major battle. Drake Usa protects his father against the Zulus. Venus ostenting rushes to the aid of a besieged lager. The woman spur the man onto the preserve. Arrival of the new leader, Praetorius. Making the vow. These are all the Zulus fighting against the Voortrekkers. The Battle of the Blood River, 16th September 1838. Okay, the Church of the Vows is built. The women till the fields and defend the lager while the men are out on command. Mapande becomes king of the Zulus. Dingane is murdered by the Swazis. 1840. And the Voortrekkers leave Natal after the British occupation in 1843. And then, Seine River Convention 1852, Britain recognises the independence of the Transvaal. I'm taking the stairs because I'm not lazy. I'm young, I'm fit. Even despite my medical adversities, I'm gonna do this. It's like the time I crawled my hands and feet to the Statue of Liberty. This is all on the top level of the Voortrekker monument. You can take the stairs, you can take the elevator. Yes. Just walking around. Oh my god. Okay. You can actually go up around here to the very roof, but for me, it's just, it's freaking me out. I mean, like, I don't have a fear of heights, it's just, I think I might start getting vertigo like my dad. Like, oh, so close to the top. Oh dear. I gotta lift back down. Just taking a lift to the -1 floor, the lower ground floor, where there's another museum. That's scary. Wow, look at all these tapestry devotions. The Battle of the Blood River. Like the Zulus firing their arrows against the Voortrekkers. Symbolic museum. This is the folklore of the Voortrekkers. Creative decoration objects. Base instruction group of people of the nation. The folk art and decorations of the pioneers were influenced by the European background as well as their contact with the South African soil indigenous people. Like shoehorns, no spikes and all that. William Breton Prislow later married Joanna Mary D. Lang. D. Lang, like, might be related to Mutt Lang, maybe not. From Somerset as members of John Duplessis party, his son. Bibles. A Bible in Afrikaans or Dutch. For these, South Africa by W. H. Coetzee. Let's see, Louis Turgot. Very nice, baby. The guy told me the Voortrekkers, they lived in these little vans for like up to 7 years, just making the great trek across the mountains into the modern day, like the first South African Republic and the Orange Free State. It's near like eternal flame that was lit. In 1938, torch of the flame symbolized light of civilization carried forth by the Voortrekker movement, not monument, movement. A piano from 1913. Commander Jen A.W. Pretorius, commander of the Voortrekker, the Blood of Metalhead, 16th September 1838. All the guns they had. We got more things to see here. All that tapestry. Wow. The Exodus. The Voortrekkers leaving the Cape. And we've got across the Orange River. The Battle of Wegkop, 16th October 1836. Tabernacle, a funeral of the void. Ripping the wagon wheels. Drakensberg, across the Drakensberg Mountains. Joyful Prosperous. The attack of the Balkans on 17th of February 1838. The storm. The demolitions.
Out of that, they make the buttermilk grass and also the bread and some dough for vetkoek that comes into it.
Ah, lovely. Yeah, because I mean.
And that's Voortrekker.
Oh, not Voortrekker. Okay.
And this is the coffee grinder. That's basically there, and then the pot where they put in the soap, and they also make some food in some of the pots. Those are the iron. You put some coals in to heat it up.
Okay.
So this is a candle maker that you've got over there, and that's also some storage. The medicine box that they have to make medicine with. So with the facials and everything, they make it up and then they put it into bottles. And there you can also see on the table some of the medicines that and the salt and everything that comes into it.
Yes, because I was reading when I came in, like there's some plants, and they were like saying, oh, they use these plants to treat for like coughs and diabetes. And
yes, that also, because they use some of that. That's why they also got the medicine box in the kitchen. Come in here. To just, you can listen how it rolls. No, don't worry.
Okay, no, I'm a tall person, sorry.
No, I'm also.
Oh, yeah.
That's why I'm bending. But you never eat your hair.
Yeah.
You always bend just enough. So, and then here you cross Orange River.
The Orange River.
Yeah. And this is what you encounter when you cross Orange River. The crocodiles and the hippos.
Ja,
je kan die hoede opzetten en foto's nemen.
Closer. So, oh wait, through here. This is I can't figure out which one I should see first. Oh, this is the construction of all the. So these are all the panels that they've got on the main wall of the Voortrekker monument, which I just showed you all recently. And basically, like, this is what they'd have to draw. I mean, let's get this up like this, then they'd go upstairs and they start chiseling away the marble. Yeah, this sculptor thinking about a head, foot. Section cut from the full-scale plaster relief platform of a baby being dashed to death. Very controversial, I guess. Middle design, 1914 Panzer War to the left is swinging a Voortrekker baby by foot in order smashed against a wagon wheel. There was an objection there for the crash, depression, of the chains of Zoo holding. See, look, it's like the zoo is holding a baby and like smashing it against. It's horrendous.
These are the samples.
Oh yes, yes.
That's the originals that was made, and then it was enlarged into this. That comes into it. That was the ones you see on top there.
Yes. There's one over here, which is like.
This was the difference.
Yeah.
And the one on top, because of that, in 1942, there was, they say it's too cruel.
Oh yeah.
But today we can show it.
It's still shown. Oh, okay. Yeah, because it's like like a Voortrekker baby being smashed against the wheel.
But you must remember, you must see it in the context of how it will happen. Because you can't, if you, let's say I'm black, you see me for the first time, you're also going to frighten and everything. And the fighting, the way they did it, that was also different.
Oh, yes.
And you encounter problems with leopards also.
Leopards.
Yeah, of course it was on the outside. And,
Vikop 1836.
one of the guys, his pants on the Starles for years, his pants, he was wounded over there and he was wounded over there.
Oh, so that's the blood stains.
And this is the tools that you have to take as a men. This is the women's tools, and that's where the kids that play
And the children, they're playing.
Yeah, playing with some dolls. And
The
the jawbone, that's the wagon, and this is the dollars at the bottom of the ankle that comes into it.
These ones, they look like knuckles, because I mean.
Yeah, but it comes out of the at the ankle.
Oh, the ankles.
That comes, and that's why they use it, because it looks like ox. And the doll started with the cross, and then they work it up, and then they put some straw in it to make it called straw dolls.
Very clever back then.
And these are the candles.
Comes
from the candle maker. That's how you make the candles. Then you hang it out to be dried. These.
Of a Zulu shield.
Yeah, shield. You belong to one of them. And then as you become better, you become brown, then black, and then white shield. And the white shields were called the Libyas. That's what we've got in front of the monument. That is the top impies of the Zulus.
Well, that's the Metalhead one.
The best ones. So what you can do is you can come and stand here.
Yeah.
When you stand here, you're going to hear when they take the asafai and the knopkin and the heat on the shield.
Oh, yeah.
That was on the night of the 15th of December. Because when you stand there, you're actually standing in this wagon law. You're going to experience that as going to the...
Now, the Voortrekker monument isn't just that one monument. There are many different memorials to the history of South Africa. There are many South African troops whose ashes are interred in these areas here. There is a memorial to those people who were killed by a terrorist attack in Rhodesia during the Rhodesian Bush War, when 2 planes were shot down by ZANU or ZAPU. There's a memorial to his people who gave their lives fighting against SWAPO in Namibia. And yes. So it kind of seems like the Voortrekker monument, which is that over there, tends to double into like, war memorial for those who gave their lives to South Africa.